including ministers of health throughout the country.
They need to start funding health care now. Madam Speaker, Nova Scotians lost loved ones and an entire community was devastated by a mass shooting. People deserve honest answers from this government. Yesterday, in recordings released by the Commission, it's clear that the former Minister of Public Safety and the RCMP Commissioner's stories don't add up. If the Liberal government interfered with an investigation into the worst mass shooting in Canadian history for their own political gain, Canadians need to know. So who is telling the truth, the Minister or the RCMP Commissioner?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I want to remind the member opposite again, and I'm sure he's aware of this most important principle in our democracy, which is that politicians do not interfere in police operations. They do not interfere in police investigations. That's a sacrosanct principle, Madam Speaker, that our government will always live by. At no point ever the minister or the government interfered in a matter of police operation or investigation, nor it will ever do so. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Kildonan St. Paul.
Madam Speaker, the newly released audio recordings of the RCMP Commissioner confirms that the Minister pressured the Commissioner to release sensitive information about the ongoing investigation into the worst mass killing in our history. Wow. By requesting this information be released to further the Liberal political agenda, the Minister politically interfered in the RCMP investigation and he misled a parliamentary committee about it. For this, the Minister must resign. Will he resign today?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, I will restate this really important principle because I think it's worth repeating, that in our democratic part of the system, politicians do not interfere in police operations or police investigations. At no point did our government instruct anyone to release any information, because we would never violate the sacrosanct principle of interfering in a police investigation or police operation, as was the case in this circumstance.
The Honourable Member for Kildonan St. Paul.
The former Minister of Public Safety misled a parliamentary committee on the record, Madam Speaker. He said he was not aware the Commissioner would release sensitive information, and he said he never asked her to reveal that information, but both claims are now proven to be completely misleading with the new audio recording. Worse yet, the Minister knew the release of this information would jeopardize the investigation into the worst mass killing in Canadian history, and this was all for Liberal political gain, Madam Speaker. He must resign today. Will he resign?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, at no point did our government attempt to direct or otherwise interfere the police operations that was taking place in that tragic incident that took place in Nova Scotia. And let me re-quote what the Commissioner said in a parliamentary committee on July 25th of this year. She stated, Speaker, let me be clear, I did not interfere in the investigation, I did not receive direction, and I was not influenced by government